Good morning. Hope you're having a great week. Springtime is here. Baseball, all sorts of things. Hey, you know, the world that Jesus lived in was the real world. And it says that there was demon-possessed people. Now, whether these are folks with severe mental health issues, whether they're actually demons, we could debate that till the cows come home, as they say. But different gospel accounts talk about this one place. This is Luke chapter 8, verse 26. So they arrived in the region of the Gerasenes across the lake from Galilee. So this is in the area of the Decapolis, which means 10 cities. These were Greek cities, which means there was Hellenistic culture, which means they really weren't too into Old Testament law and all kinds of stuff like that. And you're going to see that there's some influence there as well that wouldn't normally be there. As Jesus was climbing out of the boat, well, a man who was possessed by demons came out to meet him. Don't you love that when the demon-possessed guy is the greeter? For a long time he had been homeless and naked, living in a cemetery outside the town. As soon as he saw Jesus, he shrieked and fell down in front of him. Then he screamed, "Why are you interfering with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? Please, I beg you, don't torture me." Jesus had already commanded the demons to come out. Jesus asked what their name was. He said Legion, for there was many. They begged to go into these pigs. They did. Old joke, but this is the first example of deviled ham. They went down the cliff, they died. Well, now we pick up the story a little bit later. People rushed out to see what had happened. A crowd soon gathered around Jesus, and they saw the man who'd been freed from the demons. He was sitting at Jesus' feet, fully clothed and perfectly sane. Well, that's better than I am today. And they were all afraid. And it goes on to say that they didn't really know what to do. So I want to share some stuff that I picked up from Bob Goff. See, people thought that Jesus came for the Jews, and he did, but he came for everybody. And so he goes to this Gentile community, and even though there's the demon-possessed guy there, he heals him, and he comes out perfectly sane. And the people are freaked out by it. They don't know what to make of it. Just the fact that they had pigs, that's a good sign. They probably weren't people that were following the kosher laws of the Jews, because they weren't Jewish. But this is just one of those things. And if you go through any of the New Testament Gospels, you'll see, go through with the headings, one thing after another that's just so radical about Jesus calling a tax collector. Well, that's crazy. Even fishermen, that's out there. But then touching lepers, just one thing after another that is counterintuitive, what we wouldn't expect. But one of the things that Bob Goff brings out is that so many of the religious people thought that Jesus' message was just for the Jews. One of the things that's cool is, and I didn't know this, and I researched it, I couldn't find it, but I trust Bob Goff, is that this guy that was really out of his mind, I mean, I figure living in a cemetery naked and chained down and all that stuff, and then he goes to perfectly sane. Not only that, history books tell us that he went on to preach the gospel, both there and to other places. Then some people right there had a hard time dealing with Jesus. For whatever reason, it says that a great fear came over them, but not in a good way. But this guy then committed the rest of his life to tell people about Jesus. So I just want to encourage you that God can use anyone, not just fishermen who are fishing on the wrong side of the boat. He can take somebody like this, and he can take someone like me, he can take someone like you. Here's how Bob Goff puts it: be the right kind of crazy to everybody around you today, and trust that through you, God will impact the world. It has happened before, just like with this guy that was standing down by the lake to greet Jesus. May God bless you, and may he use you for his glory this week.